Yo guys, Stockx then definitely crossed the line. You guys know the history of my channel and all the things that I've been through with Stockx, but I must say, bro, this is definitely probably the final straw for a lot of people, but they're just adding more fuel to the fire, what they're already dealing with. They came out on the record last year saying that they can't 100% authenticate your sneaker, and now they're not even going to try to authenticate the sneaker with certain sellers under their new selling guidelines. So we got to talk about it, man, but you have to pay attention on what sneakers you're getting. You got to make sure you double check, triple check your shoes, especially when you pay your hard-earned money for sneakers like the UNLAs, the Brick by Bricks, and other grills that you might have want to add to the collection. You got to take an extra step and make sure your sneakers are legit. We got to talk about it in today's video, man. Yo, what's going on YouTube, man? Thank you guys so much for tapping into today's video, man. It's always greatly appreciated when y'all come and see what your boy Da Vinci is talking about. You guys can go check out some of my older videos of me dealing with Stockx, some of the dealings I've had with them, some of the misunderstandings and all types of stuff. I have purchased sneakers through Stockx. I'm not saying that they're a ripoff or a scam, but they have been caught actually selling fake sneakers. Nike has caught them selling fake sneakers. They can't guarantee your shoe authenticity. Now, with this new stuff we're gonna talk about, is just kind of crossing the line, man. If you guys are new here to the channel, right now we need everybody to do, man, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit that like button, because in today's video, I'm gonna break down all the details on what Stockx has going on, show you guys a couple of screenshots, and just kind of chop it up and see how you guys are feeling about this new selling guidelines from Stockx. It's kind of crazy, man. All right, man, so again, Stockx has been on I guess you could say on everybody's, social media accounts, especially dealing with all the stuff that's been going on over the last couple of years. Again, probably the most important thing that has happened to that company is Nike actually suing the platform. They're suing them, saying that they're selling fake products and pretty much using their likeness to make money. And they got caught selling fakes. They actually caught, and again, Stockx came on the record and said that, yes, we did get caught selling those fake sneakers, and now going forward, we cannot guarantee authenticity. We can't guarantee your pair is real. Again, people have still purchased sneakers after that. Me, myself, I haven't, but again, you gotta take that with a grain of salt, because again, there's a bigger company trying to take out another company that's up and coming. I'm not saying that who's right or who's wrong in the situation, but sometimes, when you look at, the whole grand scheme of things, I guess you could say two people can be wrong, if that makes sense. But again, Nike caught them selling fakes on their platform. So Nike sued them. And after that, like I said, man, they said we cannot guarantee that the pair you're getting is real or fake, but they will take extensive measures into making sure your pair is real. They said that in so many words, but they can't say real, they can't say authenticated. And again, I've worked with Stockx and I've seen kind of some of the things that they do in terms of protecting themselves in regards to selling people sneakers through their platform. And now they bring out a new program called the Stockx Verified Seller Program. And the program will initially be available to a small group of sellers who have continuously demonstrated the highest standards in terms of performance, product quality, speed of shipment, and adherence to our terms and conditions. Verified sellers will be able to ship items directly to the buyer after my item is sold. For the buyer, this means they'll receive their items faster than our standard shipping experience, all while shopping with confidence that every purchase they make on Stockx is backed by our buyer promise. Any product delivered through our verification centers or our Stockx verified seller will have a Stockx green tag attached to the item. And they said, to be clear, man, this is only going to be for 1% of the total volume sales on their platform. So in other words, they're pretty much saying that not everybody's going to be under this new seller program, the Stockx verified seller. It's only gonna be 1%, but that 1% can be that 1% could be huge in terms of how many accounts or how many shoes are actually getting sold. You gotta think about that as well. And with the whole downside to this happening, you gotta think of how people can be opportunists and capitalize on, this huge vulnerability in Stockx's company. I don't know why they're doing this. Like, me actually thinking about everything that could go wrong, I'm so surprised that they're actually going forward in doing this. Just imagine that it's been a seller on the app that's been doing very good over the last couple of years. They've been passing with flying colors, selling these sneakers, shipping them super quickly to Stockx to get verified. It gets verified, it gets sent to the seller or to the buyer, and now you're going to give that person all types of play in terms of slipping in a fake or two. And I'm telling you guys right now, these fakes nowadays are getting really good. It's sometimes you go look on YouTube and see a real versus fake, you can't tell which one is real, and you damn sure can't tell which one is fake. You know what I'm saying? That's how good the fakes have been getting, especially with recent releases like the unit LAs. We heard that there's a lot of fakes getting passed around in those, and even the brick by bricks. So I'm not too sure on why they're going this route. Again, I do think they want to get shoes faster to the buyer, because you gotta think we're paying $14 for shipping, all types of fees. People be like, where are my sneakers at? But again, I will rather wait 2 weeks in order for somebody else to get second eyes on them and to make sure my pair is good to go. Because again, man, this 1% of the total volume of sales can be a lot of different sneakers and can affect a lot of different folks. And just think about the whole grand scheme of things, right? Say for instance, the buyer, you, gets the sneaker, right? And somebody say that this pair is fake. What's gonna happen after that happens? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have somebody that verified the sneaker from StockX. The seller is gonna say, yes, they are real. How is that gonna work out? It's gonna be returns, it's gonna be lawsuits. What is going to happen? Like, nothing is really making sense right now. I think StockX jumped into this probably a little bit faster than they wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think, if a buyer said that their pair is fake, who's gonna be that person to say, yes, it's real, or no, it is actually fake? Like, that's where the huge issue is gonna come to. And again, the seller could be slipping in fakes. I'm not saying that the seller gonna be perfect, that 1% of the sellers that's on the platform, I'm not saying that they ain't gonna be able to slip in a fake or two. And again, normal people, normal sneaker consumers will probably unbox a shoe and just be so excited that they got the pair and then nothing looks too alarmingly off, and they just go and skate around and don't even know what's going on. It could be real, could be fake. Who knows? I'm not saying it's gonna be real or fake, but I'm saying nobody's gonna bat the eye and suspect, you know, after you pay $400 for a shoe, that they're gonna be fake. If you pay $400 for something, you're gonna expect that thing to be 100% real, man. And again, the seller can definitely slip in these fakes and that 1% that StockX is running with. And again, the buyer can be like, hey, nah, these are fake, I want my money back. So with the buyer sending back to the seller and the seller got to refund the money, I don't know what is going to happen with this. But again, this is probably going to be the final straw for a lot of people in terms of buying sneakers from the platform. I'm telling you guys right now, this is a huge no-no. This is what people are paying their extra money for when StockX first came out, to make sure that they're getting a real authentic item. And now that you wiping out all out the way, hey man, I don't know how many more people are gonna be confident enough to pull the trigger on anything on the site. I'm not saying you can't do it, I'm not saying to do it. I just don't know how somebody could trust that process. I'm not too sure, bro. Hey, this ain't Joel Embiid, man. You can't trust the process with everything in terms of using third-party sites and trusting sellers, and I don't know, man. I don't like it at all. So you guys let me know down below in the comment section, man. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? What's your take on StockX's new seller program? I don't like it at all. We shall see what happens in the near future, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot of people in the comments saying that I'm not buying nothing from them. But again, there might be some people that still do. And again, you gotta look at other apps and see the price differences. StockX is typically the lowest because they're facing a lot of different things. So they're knocking down some of their fees, they're knocking down some of their costs in order to get shoes, you know, pushed throughout their company so they can make some money. And now with this, it ain't looking too good in my opinion, man. I appreciate all the support, man. Thank you guys so much for tapping into today's video. Again, this is probably one of the biggest takes on StockX. It's like it started up here. I used to love StockX, and now for a lot of other people, that trust is like literally diminished all the way down to the ground. Like, I don't see how some people could do it, you know what I'm saying? But subscribe right now to the channel, hit the notification bell, run them likes up. I can't wait to read you guys' comments. And with all this being said, man, again, I'm not an influencer, bro. I'm just coming up here chopping up about what's going on in the sneaker community, man. Love y'all. Peace.